Hello. We're going to the final tier of the Endwalker raid series. Anabaseios. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anabaseios. No, not Abyssos. Anabaseios. Abyssos was the last one. This is the 9th circle. I can't pronounce it. Anabaseios. The 9th circle. Okay. I really like the music in this. Also, if you're watching this, please note that it's probably going to be 20 or 30 minutes long. These are long guides. I make long guides. It's in the title and description. So if you're looking for just a short, like, what is this mechanic, blah, 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 go look at other people's videos, please. Okay. I'm only saying this because I'm releasing this, like, a few days after the launch of this stuff. It's just the normal version, too. The Savage stuff hasn't come out yet. But yeah. Long guides here, okay? Please don't complain to me that it's so long. Go watch other people's videos if you want short ones. Anyway, man, this boss looks like the guy from Power Rangers. Rita's boyfriend. Lord Zed. But then, like, you know, he's not all red. Anyway. I like the music, yeah. It's hype. Woo! Okay, let's go. Let's go. Someone was like, oh, a little ghost. That's me. My roommate's also cleaning right now, so my allergies are acting up a little. Okay, regular stuff. Tank will turn the boss facing north. Regular stuff. Okay, Gluttony's Augur. That's gonna be a raid wide. Alrighty. Ravening. You'll notice the boss kind of like sucks up some like stuff, right? There's like this animation, and then he gets kind of bigger and like kind of boosts himself, whatever. The boss feasts upon the surrounding souls, getting their strength. Okay, so now the boss has this buff called Soul of the Mage. Okay, also note the voice. Death brings me no peace is like a kind of old mage lady's voice. The only power of ancient magic. Basically, is just the type of mechanics that are going to come out when they are in this form. Okay, so Fire 3 is what mages would do. Okay, so we got 4 people targeted with this fire marker, and so you get the circle. So you want to spread out. Also, this purple stuff, you don't want to stand in it. It will give you you won't die immediately, you'll just die slowly. It'll give you a very big bleed. Okay, and there we go. Do you see that? It expands. Okay, so for Fire 3 you want to move out of the way, but then we had this like huge thing across the screen. This, look at all these Doritos everywhere. Okay. Flame sticky. Okay, so we have this really big thing in front of the screen, so that means that the circles that we see here are going to expand. And we're gonna see this later too. Okay, it expands and then we get hit with the flames. Okay. Okay, also if you don't look at the buffs and stuff, if you don't regularly look at them, you can also look at like the bracelets. You know, just take a look at that. Okay, Blizzard 3. Oh, we got, I think that's the donut one. Yeah, so here we got this donut. Okay, so the circle on the inside, and then there's a ring of like damage on the outside. Ice bind you. Okay, binding is like, you know, to like hold on to somebody, constrict something, and so here it's constricting, and so the donut is now smaller, so we have to move in. in the hitbox. Okay, dual spell. Okay, now look at this. We got icy stuff over here and we got fire spell over here. So we're gonna get both element stuff happening. Whoa, 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 crazy. So we got the AoEs we've seen before, and then we also got the donut out there, okay? And now, before we saw that the fire one expanded and then the ice one like shrunk, and so this time we have to see what happens. Okay, ice binds you, it had the thingy. So the ice shrunk, but the fire just stayed the same, okay? Let's say that one more time. So dual spell, we're gonna get ice and fire. And so we got the circle AoE and also the donut AoE. Because of that ice thingy showing up on my screen, the ice one changes. So we move in to the hitbox, so we're clear of this donut AoE, but the circle AoEs, the fire ones, still need to be kind of separated a little bit, and then everyone else stands in the clear spot inside the donut. Okay. Global spell. Oh, that's a raid wide. It's a raid wide that hits pretty hard, but we also get a bleed, okay? So healers really gotta keep up the heals here. Kokiros. Man, I don't know how to pronounce anything. Shredded soul from his belly. Okay, so... Oh wait, wrenches? Wretches? Okay, so at this point the boss lost the buff. So when it did that big attack, it did the raid wide, but then also I'm trying to see when it loses the buff. Yeah, it dropped the buff, and I think it's okay. Like it throws up the soul. Okay, sure. So now the mage is like gone. So we're not gonna see those mechanics for a bit until the mage comes back. Okay. So ravening. This is the one where it sucks up a soul or whatever, and so we're gonna get a new set of mechanics now. Okay, this time it's like this pink reddish one, this element whatever thing. Okay, we're just breaking it down to make it a little more digestible. Okay, so now is the buff is this. I didn't catch the name. Oh, I see the name is even different. The Martialist Lament now, not the Magos. Am I gonna hover over it? Okay. In any case, well, maybe I can get the name of it. We'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Okay. What does this say? Soul of the Martialist. Okay, so if you're not used to seeing these things, it's totally fine. But these are in... Maybe this is how the game functions. So the boss now has Soul of the Martialist, and it has this buff here. And so that means when it has this specific one, it's going to do a certain set of mechanics. Long guys, am I right? Okay. The voice is also different because there's a different soul. Okay, Archaic Rock Breaker. Okay, we've got this like blue thing here. Usually whenever you see a blue thing like this, that means whoever is gonna like punch it or knock into it, and then there'll be a knockback. Okay, so typically when you see a marker like this, you want to stand near it and either use your knockback prevention or stand close to it as possible, so then when you get knocked back, you don't get pushed into something dangerous like this purple stuff. Okay, so let's take a look. Wow, he jumps up and then he jumps down, see? So now we get knocked back. And this person, QQ, they got knocked back and they actually did hit the purple stuff and they got this bleed. Let's see that again. QQ is over here. Okay. Well, they're kind of close, but see how like I'm here in the hitbox and they're like right at the edge of the hitbox. Just watch QQ. when they get knocked back, they touched it ever so slightly, and then they got the bleed, whereas everyone else managed to just stay within the thing. One more time. QQ. See, ever so slightly they touched it. Okay, so now they got, oh, that's their dance partner. But this, they got the bleed. So now look at their health. It's like okay right now, but as time goes by, look how much it like decreases. Look how much it's decreased. We're just looking at this. I'll talk about the mechanic in a bit. But like, see how much that bleed takes from their health, and if they get hit with literally anything, they're gonna die. Like that. Okay? So that's why you don't want to go into this purple stuff, because you're gonna get a very heavy bleed. Okay. So back to this. Stand near the blue thingy to get knocked back, or use your knockback prevention so that you just stay up there. So see, this person used arm's length. AX, they use arm's length. Arm's length or short cast. Okay, TK also use arm's length. And look, see, they didn't get pushed back at all. They didn't get pushed back at all. Okay? So, now, this next mechanic, usually if there is this blue mechanic, the boss or enemy, whoever, will punch the ground or jump on the ground or whatever, and then something typically comes up right after it. And so in this situation, when the boss goes up and like punches back down, we get these little slivers here. We get these like flame slivers. They're like cracks in the ground. And you can kind of see here, like, okay, you know, you can already see the path. And so if you can keep an eye on it, just follow the crack, and you'll know where it's going to end already before the light part gets to it. So we got this one here, and the light is going towards this way, so it's going to end around here, okay? And when it explodes, it's going to be a circle AoE. Now, there is this crack here, but there's no light going towards it, and so that's a safer spot. You know what I'm saying? And then also there's a crack here, but there's no like fire going to it. But there's a fire thing going over here. And so this is probably going to be an explosion, and this is probably going to be an explosion. And so I'm like, I'm going to stay here. I think that's a safe spot. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, so this, when it ends up at the end here, it explodes. When it ends up at the end, it explodes. And then the one over here, the crack ended kind of in the middle, and so that's why there's an AoE here. It's the same for the other slots. After the first set though, the second set goes, and so now you do have to move, because the next ones that didn't blow up the first time end up going off, okay? And then after that, we have these stack markers. They're on the healers. Also, QQ died because they had the bleed, and they also happened to be in the AoE. Okay. They ended up over here, and they just got clipped by it. And then we want to stack here. You don't want to stack both stack markers together, because then people will take extra damage. And we also have this magic vulnerability up. And so we get damaged, and we get a magic vulnerability up. Just for a little bit, but it's still like, you know, significant. Because, here. We take 36 damage, and that is magic damage, and we get a magic vuln up. And even though it didn't seem like it hit us that much, if you like stack those two things together, then it's just no bueno, okay? Alright. Gluttony's Augur, that's the raid wipe. I think from here on we'll see mostly similar things. Okay, this is a tank buster. Yeah, if the fire crack thing doesn't make sense, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see it again. Okay, so actually this is new. Never mind. We are seeing newer stuff. So here, the boss is doing this donut AoE, which is just standard stuff, you know, get inside the hitbox. However, at the same time, he's doing this move, rear combination. Is it hard to see this color? Wow. Should I go like this? Should I do the yellow one? Rear combination. And so it is literally a combination of mechanics, okay? So the donut goes off. Clearly, you know, we're all good. Now you can't see the yellow. Okay. That goes off, okay? But then immediately after we get this whole thing. It cleaves the back. This whole patch 6.4, the dungeon, the trial, the extreme, like these raids, they're so into doing this like half cleave of the stage, so just be aware of that. So for that, we want it to be in the donut, but like in the front. So rear combination, the safe spot ultimately would be this up here. Because you don't have that much time once it's telegraphed. See, some people are already moving. I did not read that. So I didn't move fast enough. So I got another vuln stack and I got hit with the other thing. Oh, guess my time's up. Okay, so now this soul is going away. Soul of the martialist, there's a negative there, so it's going away. Okay, ravening. So it's gonna gather another soul. Well, this time is green. Ooh. I didn't catch the name of it. But, oh, Soul of the Beast. Okay, wielding the power of an ancient there. Okay, so it's like green is like wind, like gale and stuff. So this, I've never tried to pronounce this, but basically this thing is like twisters. It's very common in like behemoth fights and stuff. So the AoEs, you gotta spread them out, and then you gotta get out of them because there's like wind damage. Oh, it looks like actually maybe you can't get out of them, but you don't want to like spread that. But now we do have a spread marker. Okay, what I was saying is typically this move, Charybdis, when I've seen it in other fights, it's like it plants itself and then it expands. So I was kind of expecting it to expand and we'd have to get knocked back in some way, whatever. But looks like it just stays the way it is, but they split up the mechanic. And here we got these knockbacks. Okay, so we have to go close to the center so we don't get knocked back into the purple thing. But then we also have these circle AoEs that we have to dodge from each other. So you can use your knockback resistance here, arm's length or short cast, or you can just ride the knockback. And if you're riding the knockback, you want to get close to the center as possible, so you end up, you know, in a safe spot, as opposed to if you're standing here, you'll get knocked back into the purple stuff. But also you want to position yourself so when you get knocked back, it's in a safe spot and not like into one of these twister tornado things, because they stay here. Okay, so because I used my knockback prevention, I didn't move. I stayed here. And looks like this gives a decent amount of damage. I also had 2 vuln stacks though. So okay, you know what? Actually, a lot of people took a lot of damage. Well, these people also had vuln stacks, so we didn't die, so it's fine. Okay, we got a stack marker here, so a bunch up for that. Okay, how did the healer die? Oh, they had really low health. then they also were part of the stack. Okay, wait, which healer had... Let's see... Okay... CT is over here, and DS, okay, DS is over here. So, let's see. DS gets hit with the puddle thingy, and they lose a lot of health. They had a Vuln stack, and even though they gained a significant amount of health back, we were in the stack marker, but it still did too much damage. We also were missing one person from the stack, so everybody took a little bit more damage. Right. Yeah, we're missing one person from the stack. And oh, wait a minute. It wasn't... Was it CT who had the stack marker? Oh, somebody else. AX? Yeah. AX has the stack marker. But yeah, the healer sure took a lot of damage there. Well, in any case, yeah, that's what happens when you have bone stacks. Things hit harder. Okay, for this tank buster, there's two tank busters. We have this tether thing, and it's got the barbs on it. Okay, so when you see this, you might have seen it in other fights, but if this is your first time seeing it, the barbs, when you move away from whatever you're tethered to, the barbs will change into a thinner line, a thin purple line. But when you're closer to it, it'll have the barbs, and that means you'll get hit with more damage. And so when you see that, you want to extend it, see, so then it looks more like this, as opposed to this spiky one, and then you won't take as much damage there. So this tank is pulling it as far as they can, and then this one's also pulling it far as they can. Okay, okay. And then, you know, mitigate and stuff like that. Okay, and then while that's happening, we're getting this proximity marker. So that means you need to run to the edge of the stage. The closer you are to the middle proximity marker where this thing is going to drop, the more damage you're going to take. So we stand along the edge. Okay, now we take raid-wide damage from that, proximity damage. And then these comets are going to drop. We got 3 comets here. And so it's going to be 3 big circles. And so the furthest you can stand is like over here. So you don't take as much damage from any of them. So we want to go into this corner. The comets are going to go off. Okay. Yeah, this is totally the behemoth fight, man. Okay. Because like in, you know, other fights, you have to hide behind a rock. So we got a rock here, and there's also one over there. You'll notice though that they look a little different, okay? This rock has like cracks and stuff in it. This one has cracks and stuff, but this one is a solid. So you want to hide behind the one that is solid so that it'll protect you. These are just gonna shatter because they have cracks already. Okay, so look, we got someone over here. Who is it? Who is it? It is TK. TK's health is pretty good, you know? Almost full health, no bone stacks. But they're hiding behind the rock that has cracks in it. Okay, everyone else is over here. So let's see what happens. Wow, TK just straight up died because the rock smashed. Okay, and then TK took all the damage. Look at this. You see this? 999999. Yeah, you just straight up die. So that's why you gotta hide behind the rock that's solid. Okay. After the crash, now this rock has cracks in it, and then it's gonna explode. So we gotta get out of that. But also we have the stack marker, which is this pulverizing pounce thing. So we run out, but preferably run out together, so then you can stack together for this hit here. And then the rock explodes and goes away. And the stack marker goes up. Okay. Oh, 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 I saw that. Wow, he like threw up. His tummy hurts from all this. Look, he's like kind of wrenching right now. Jeez. Oh, and I saw his mouth was, it looked like there's green stuff. Yeah, okay, there. Now he's like throwing up. Yeah, he threw up the spirit thing. And now he's like sick. Okay, and then he lost the soul of the beast, okay? This is all happening very fast, but we're breaking it down. This is why the guides are so long. Okay, so regular business now. Ravening is gonna grab another soul, and then we'll see those mechanics. What is this? It's like this blue, the icy one. See, he's nomming on it. Yeah. Okay. Soul of the mage. Okay, now this one is the first one we saw. So we're gonna get the elemental thingies, the fire and ice. Disturbed once again. Okay, seeing the voices like an old lady. Okay, ice flame summoning. Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna get 2 elements. Ice and fire. Oh yeah. Straight up 2 fireballs and 2 ice balls. Okay. Okay. So these things expand, right? Just to show us the radius of their AoE. But now on my screen, I got this really big thing that's indicating ice. Okay, there's a lot of ice going on. Ice bind you. Last time what happened was the donut shrank. But the donut shrank because the radius of the damage area got bigger and the safe area got smaller. So in this way, don't consider it binding as in like, well, it is constricting. You have less space. So basically, the circles will get bigger and you'll have less space to hide. Okay, so here, the circles got way bigger. Okay, rather than, they were the same size as the fire before, but then they expand to constrict you, to bind you, but there's no safe space there now. There's none there. So you have to run between the fire. But you're feeling a little cheeky. Technically, you can stand in the corners if you're trapped. Okay, this is the normal version. If it's hard, I'm sorry, but here. If you feel trapped, if you accidentally stand over here and you're like, oh no, and you don't want to run through all this stuff, there is a safe spot here. This little spot, okay? So if you accidentally get yourself in a bind, I don't like puns. You can stand in these corners, but to recognize the mechanic early, you can get into the safer spot, which is between the 2 fire things. Because the ice expands, there we go. And there. Okay, ice flame summoning again. Okay, this time the fire is gonna expand. The fire is getting bigger. Okay. So we stand between the ice. How did QQ die? Where's QQ? Oh yeah, QQ's all the way back here. Standing in the ice. And they got hit with both of them, it looks like. And then they got 2 Vuln stacks and then they died. Yeah, so it's dangerous. Now I'm kind of wondering if there is a safe spot between the 2 elements that get bigger. Like if it's just a really, really small spot. Like I wonder if there's a spot right there. It's probably not. Probably not, right? Probably not. I don't think there is. But definitely like here, like over here, is okay, but it's just very... it can be scary. Okay, dual spell. We got fire and ice here. Dual spell, so we got 2 things that are gonna happen. Okay, we've seen this before. So we got the ice donut and then the fire AoE, and we will see what is gonna expand. Ooh, flames. Okay, so that means that the fire circle AoEs are gonna get bigger. There we go. And we stay between inside the donut AoE, but we gotta spread a little bit so there's safe spots for people. Tricky business here, okay? Mine is very close to this person over here. QQ is really close to them. So I'm just gonna try not to move that much because I don't want to clip these people, and also this person is right up against these people, but then there's also a person there, so we don't want to trap them, and so it can get kind of tight. Okay, we don't want to wiggle too much. I think QQ tried moving a little bit to get out of the way of them, but then they would have killed that person, but it's fine, it worked out. Okay, global spell. That's the raid wide with the heavy bleed. Okay, so you just gotta heal up for that. Actually, I don't think the bleed's that heavy. It's not as heavy as the bleed out here. But healers definitely need to heal up people. Actually, you know what? I don't know if the bleed's the same. The healers might just be healing us really well. Actually, didn't seem like they were healing as much as... Because before, when QQ had the bleed from stepping out into this thing, they were like... but here, after we get this bleed and we get healed up, it doesn't seem so bad. I'm just looking at the party list right now. Okay. Well, in any case, we do have the bleed, so just keep an eye on that. Okay. Okay, so now we just have some tank auto, sure, and then the Ravening. Okay, so we're gonna get another element thing. This is the fire looking one. Okay. Okay, Soul of the Martialist. Okay. Alright, this is the rock, or the cracks in the ground. You can use short cast or arm's length, knockback prevention. Stay close, try not to get tossed into this thing so you can stand closer to the blue thing. At the edge, not in it though. If you stand in it, you're gonna get hit. Just on the edge of it. Okay. So now the cracks are filling up with fire, so you want to stand in a safe spot between us. So like, I was standing here because I saw this one and this one coming out, but then this small one was also going out, so I was like, oh shoot. So I backed it up a little bit, okay? Just back it up. And then as this is going off, I'm seeing another set of stuff going off, and I'm standing right at the edge of this crack thing, so I'm gonna have to move. Yeah, so I move out to the side. It doesn't look like anything's coming out over here, so this was fine. The safer spot. Okay, now this is okay, well, let's figure out why they died. QQ has a bleed. How'd they get the bleed? Was it when they got knocked back? Okay, QQ is here. Yeah, they're pretty far away from the blue thing, okay? So when they got knocked back, they probably got hit with... Yeah, there we go. Bleeding again, okay? Even though they're over here, like, it happens really quick. So they got knocked back into the purple thing again. So they've got this bleed that's going down. And okay, they're already at half health. They're standing there. It's a clear spot, but then it looks like right now they're in the spot. Do they get out of the way? Nope. They stood in the AoE, so they got hit with that. And then VX also got hit with that AoE. Yeah, see, they both of them, VX and QQ, dodged the first set of AoEs, but there was another one coming straight at them here. And okay, VX was doing limit break, so they couldn't move, and then QQ also. Yeah. Okay, so the samurai is doing the limit break, so they can't move, but unfortunately the fire was coming right at them. QQ was trying to get out of the way, and they were right at the edge, and I think they tried to move right at the last second, but they got clipped, so that's why they died. Okay, so I think if you have bad ping, you really gotta move as far out as you can, because this stuff happens pretty quick here. So after that, we got this circle AoE in the center. So you don't want to stand in that, but then also we've got this front combination. So last time we had a donut and the back combination, and this time it's the front one. So you want to stay out of the hitbox a little bit more than the hitbox, and then also don't be in the front because it's going to cleave in the front. Okay, so you want to be like back here, this area. Okay, see, there we go. That was the front cleave. Yeah. Gluttony is auger. Raid wide. Oh, no bleed with that one. Ascendant Fist is a tank buster. Okay, Ravening. We're gonna get another soul sucked up, another element. Okay, it's the wind one. Oh, he's nomming. Soul of the beast. Oh, and look, his animation is more beast-like. He's like crawling and swiping. Okay, comet. We got these 3 comets dropping down, so you want to go across to like the clear spot to get away from all of them. And I, was like, oh, we're close to the end. I kind of want to just confirm this purple goo. And so I stepped in it. And yeah, so you get a bleed. And, oh, I took almost 30k damage there. Okay. And now watch as I just start dying because of the bleed. And then this stuff hits. And then, there, I'm just dead. Okay. Comet impact, yeah. 11k 3 times plus my bleed. I totally just died. Yeah. And then after that, the rock situation, you stand behind the solid rock. Cool. Cool. That was fun. Was it fun? Yeah, look at all these souls. Alright. Well, anyway, that was the first fight in this 3rd final batch of raids for Endwalker. Right now, because the tier just started, the Savage tier hasn't started, but the normal raids just came out, you can only get 1 piece of loot from each fight per week. So this is part of the grind for a lot of Savage Raiders. And so if you're trying to get the loot and you're like, how come I can't have more than 1? Just right now, because it just released, you can only get 1 per week. Anyway, okay, see you in the next one. Bye.